Welcome to our Sungai Watch Tabanan station. This is one of our smaller stations where we have a network of 32 barriers where all the trash is collected. Those 32 barriers are cleaned daily and all that trash comes here. So this is our sorting station. So we collect everything that the barrier collects. We put in a bag, bring it here, and this is where it'll get sorted, washed, and processed for recycling. So as the trash arrives, it comes in bags, and this is all of the sorted waste. So after it being sorted and washed, for example, this is all sandals from the rivers of Bali. All of this massive pile that you see right here is plastic bags. So plastic bags is the #1 plastic that we're finding in the rivers of Bali. And there's just so much of it. You know, ironically, plastic bags are supposed to be banned on Bali, but they're the #1 plastic that we're still finding. So all of this is plastic bags. There's very, very little market for plastic bag recycling in Indonesia. So we're actually recycling all of this ourselves at another facility where we're turning plastic bags into sheets that we're making furniture with. So it's an exciting update. A big part of Sungai Watch is looking at every single material and understanding what can be done with it. So once it's been sorted, we have now 15 materials that we have to either sell to recycling, do something with, because the last thing we want to do is to bring it back to landfill after catching it in rivers. So all of this huge pile is plastic bags that will get shipped to another facility here on Bali. But once plastic arrives, we sort it into different types of plastics, from your hard plastics HDPE to your cups, PP, and we also collect things like glass, sachets. And so we're really looking at every material and sorting them into 15 different types. So our biggest nightmare is the single-use plastic sachets that you find everywhere in Indonesia, because these are multi-layered. And so you have, 2 layers of plastic, 1 layer of aluminum, which means that, in order to recycle this, you have to tear these 3 materials apart and recycle them individually. And that's a very expensive process that not a lot of people have. We haven't found anyone in Indonesia that knows how to recycle sachets. And this is the second material we find the most of. So we're always looking for solutions and always looking to work with materials experts, scientists, to help us find solutions for this. Partnering up with a couple of universities and research institutes to help us find a solution, but it's a very difficult problem that we're having to deal with every day, but we still sort it. Right now, we're storing all of our sachets at another facility until we know what to do with it, because we don't want to send it to landfill. So we have bags, bags on bags on bags. And so we sort into all these different materials, and once they're sorted, we will wash them, which is the next process. This is our washing machine that we built in-house. It's quite simple, but essentially we have a motor that will spin. It's essentially like a large washing machine. We put water in it, and then because we're dealing with rivers, we're talking about the dirtiest types of plastics out there. So the plastic that we collect is extremely dirty. It has mud on it, especially when we're dealing with our emergency cleanups in the mangroves, for example. They're completely filled with mud, and so it's very difficult to recycle a dirty plastic bag. So washing is a very important process for us, and so this machine will essentially turn and wash all the bags into a condition that makes them recyclable. So after this, we have to dry them, so we leave them dry, and then once that's done, they'll be ready for the recycling, which is done at another facility. That's the process of the trash. We collect it, it gets brought here, we sort it into 15 different materials, we wash it, and then we also shred it at another facility. So we don't shred plastic bags, but your hard plastics, your cups, your PET bottles, we'll shred that. And then most of the times, whatever has value, we sell back to the recycling stream to make sure that it's properly being recycled. And the things like plastic bags that has no value, that we're stuck with, we're looking for solutions ourselves. So it's been a big learning lesson, but a very exciting one to work with all these different materials and see what the potential is.
Visit handprint.tech to learn more.